Today is about how Grand Seiko has evolved one of its most famous season's pieces, and of course I'm talking about the SBGH351 Rikka. The idea started with the SBGH271, a dark green early summer dial on the classic 62GS case with gold-toned markers and hands. This new reference keeps the high-beat engine and the 62GS case, but updates the case and bracelet to ever-brilliant steel and switches the dial markers and hands to steel tone indices with subtle gold accents on the seconds hand and GS logo. The green is tuned for early summer again, but it's a more vivid tone. The execution seems refreshing and more exciting to me, but is this just a refresh or the version you'll actually add to your collection? Let's find out. Welcome everyone, it's Chris with the Little Treasury channel, where we bring you original and in-depth watch content at least once per week. And if you haven't already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be alerted as soon as we upload. I'm from Little Treasury Jewelers, which is located in Gambrills, Maryland, and it's where you go when you're in the know. And if you can't make it to our store, check out our cutting-edge, user-friendly website, littletreasury.com, which is linked to our inventory in real time. All watches that I review are for sale and can be purchased, so please see our website or see the description below to contact us. If you're just joining us now, I'll go over the watch's detailed measurements and features, then I'll offer my personal opinion at the end. In our last video, I reviewed the G-Shock MRG B2000 KT-3A, Kurogane Iro, blue-green Suba-inspired bezel, hand-engraved Phoenix, and all the solar, radio, and Bluetooth tech that makes a G-Shock easy to live with. If you want Japanese craft wrapped around true everyday toughness, this one's definitely worth a look, and is a very limited piece, I might add. Wrist check time. Today I'm wearing my Seiko SRPH42K Yak Wat Chang Thailand limited edition, which I picked up when I was on vacation to Thailand. And since I visited 9 different temples, this was absolutely the perfect watch to pick up since it represents the white demon giant that guards the Temple of the Dawn. Now tell me which watch you're wearing while you're watching the video, and make sure to tell me why. Now let's get on to the features. The Grand Seiko SBGH351 Rikka has a 39.7mm case width, a 13.3mm thickness, a 46.7mm lug-to-lug, a 20.7mm lug width, a 33.8mm crystal diameter, and it weighs in at 153.76 grams. The case is ever-brilliant steel, which is Grand Seiko's highly corrosion-resistant steel alloy. And it's in the 62GS case, which is a modern reinterpretation of Seiko's first automatic watch from 1967. The case is highly faceted, has no bezel, and has long angular areas of Zaratsu polish from lug to lug, continuing on to the edges, and a matte area on the sides. The crown is screwed down and at the 3 position with the GS logo at the tip. The crystal is a box-style sapphire and it protrudes above the case, which will help protect the case from scuffs and scratches. The dial is a vivid green with a fine seasonal texture that captures Rikka as spring shifts to early summer, and the serene beauty of that time. The markers are immaculately polished rectangles with dual rectangles at the 12th position. A small white minute grade can be found around the chapter ring. The GS logo can be found in gold tone applied in the top middle portion, with Grand Seiko below it in white. The hour and minute hands are Dauphine style and are in silver tone with a gold toned second hand. The date window can be found at the 3 position and has a silver toned frame with white background and black numerals. Automatic and high beat 36,000 can be found at the bottom middle portion of the dial in white. No lume is present on this piece, but the markers will catch light until it is very dark. The case back is open and shows off the 9S85 caliber, and we have a gold-toned Grand Seiko Lion logo inside of the crystal in the center. The movement is the 9S85 movement, which is Grand Seiko's in-house high-beat 36,000 beat per hour caliber. It has a 55-hour power reserve and is accurate to between gaining 5 and losing 3 seconds per day. This type of movement is highly sought after, and only a few companies are capable of producing a 36,000 beat per hour mechanism. Grand Seiko prices these calibers above the spring drive because it's harder for them to make. The bracelet is a standard 5-link design and has matte large links with the Zaratsu polished smaller ones. A folding clasp with the GS logo can be found at the end with no micro adjust. The SBGH351 Rikka is 100-meter water resistant and is part of the Seasons collection. It can be yours for $7,500 currently. Now for my personal opinion. So this is a remake of the SBGH271, and a lot of you most likely missed that this was even changed or even existed in the first place. So I wanted to circle back and show why this is actually a big upgrade. The SBGH271 had gold markers and indices and a dark drab green dial, which didn't really seem to captivate many people. But now, we have this piece just brightened up completely, which is what the silver tone markers and hands are helping with, along with the lighter, more vivid green dial. You still have the gold accent on the second hand and the GS logo, which makes this piece feel even more special like the Shun Bun. Also, we have ever brilliant steel here, which while it is a subtle change in all honesty, it does seem to give it a little extra shine on one of the most beautiful cases that Grand Seiko makes, in my opinion, being the 62GS. This really is a great looking piece that most likely wouldn't have been on the radar for many of you, but maybe now it will be worth a look since it has really been updated in a great way. But again, this was easily missed since at a glance it may look the same if you aren't familiar with the original. So I'll recommend this piece for anyone who is tired of the winter and wants something to remind them of the warm weather and summer again, or someone who just loves summer, or even just wants a green dialed watch with beautiful texture and finishing to add to your collection. Thanks for watching today, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you did, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share with all of your friends and your family members too. I look forward to seeing you next video.